Hola, ¿qué tal familia? ¿Cómo están? Terminando la semana, comenzando un puente bien interesante y qué chévere hacerlo con conversaciones de valor, conversaciones con sentido. Sean ustedes bienvenidos de nuevo a esta franja de Laboratorio Podcast, donde hoy tendremos dos conversaciones diferentes de valor bien interesantes. Comenzamos esta noche con nuestro talentoso compañero Alejo Lopera, que tiene una conversación en inglés bien interesante para que usted también practique su idioma con un personaje. Él se llama Andre McDonald y este caballero tiene una iniciativa que se llama Soul. Ya ustedes van a escuchar, entre ponerle zapaticos a los diferentes pelados, hacer obras y sentarse a conversar, este caballero se quedó viviendo aquí en Colombia y tiene algo muy chévere para contarle con el amigo Alejo Lopera. Y después de eso vamos a escuchar y a ver a Juan Carlos Mazo y a Laura Mejía haciendo una entrevista bien bacana con otro personaje. Ella se llama Isabel Gutiérrez, hace parte de las directivas de AFIT y tiene mucho para contar en la noche de hoy. Sean ustedes bienvenidos entonces a esta franja de Laboratorio Podcast con dos capítulos. Uno, Alejo Lopera, y el otro, Juan Carlos Mazo y Laura Mejía conversando con unos personajotes para que comencemos bien este fin de semana. Disfrútenlo, sóyenselo y conversen con sus amigos y su familia de todo lo que ven en esta franja de Laboratorio Podcast. Bienvenidos.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Laboratorio Podcast on Telemedellín. We have a beautiful story today about a man who's been traveling the world just providing shoes for the ones who do not have any shoes. Could you imagine someone coming to you and say, you don't have any shoes. Do you want to have a pair of new sneakers? Would you say yes? Would you be like, what is this guy doing? He's going to tell us the story. Andre, welcome to Telemedellín once again.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for inviting It's From the Soul here to tell our story and to inspire the people in Colombia.
Yeah, that's a very inspiring story. And I would like you to, if you don't mind, tell us again how you began with the whole thing, because you were playing basketball and you saw someone.
So I work in fashion for years. One of my NBA clients, Malik Allen, gave me a pair of brand new Jordans for my birthday. My birthday is May 17th. On June 18, 2012, me and my friends playing basketball in Manhattan, my team lost and we're sitting down talking. And I looked over and I saw a guy limping. And he was limping, but I didn't really pay any attention till I looked down. When I looked down, this guy in the hot summer had no shoes and socks on. It's the first time that I was affected. I was affected by seeing someone who didn't have. I ran up to him and said, "Excuse me, sir," which means respect. Can I ask you what size you wear? He says, "The last time I remember, I wear size 10.
That means he hasn't been using shoes for a while.
And I wear size 12, so my feet are that bigger than his. I begged him, "Please, I have my dress shoes in my bag. Can you try my sneakers on?" He said, "I don't have any money." I said, "I don't want your money."
He thought you were selling those shoes.
Yes. I said, "Please, just try them on." Try them on, and they fit him. What size shoe do you wear?
Mine?
Yes.
42.
You're 42. If I gave you a 44, would it fit you?
Yeah, of course.
44 would fit you?
It'll be a little bit wide, but yeah.
If I gave you a 40, would it fit you? No, would be too tight.
No, yeah.
That's how swollen his feet were.
Oh, really?
That means if I gave him a size 10, it would fit like a size 8 because his feet were so swollen.
Of course.
And it's something that happened to me, and I just said, "Sir, they're yours. You can have them." He said, "Thank you," and he walked away. When he walked away, this feeling came in my heart that I've never had, this feeling in my soul. And that day, June 18, 2012, I created It's From the Soul, which means from the soul of your heart to the sole of their feet. And we provide three things: comfort, service, and respect. Comfort, there's nothing more comfortable than sneakers. Respect is how we speak to the people who need.
Yeah.
And then service, we don't give. We sit them down, measure their feet, and treat them like they're in a store. And a lot of these people, especially here in Comuna 8, Comuna 13, in Boston, these people don't know what they should be treated like when they go into a store because they don't shop.
Exactly. And you're going to tell us those stories because you've been here in Medellin more than a couple of times, providing shoes not only here for also around the world. But I want to go a little bit back because that kindness that you have, that willingness of helping, that didn't start that day that you lost that basketball game. You probably had that because you saw it in your dad, your mom, your sisters. When do you think you really, or where does it come from, that necessity of help? You're trying to remember. That's good. That's good that you feel at home, man. That's okay, Andrew. You can take your time. That's okay. It's just beautiful what you do, and you deserve also the credit and the respect.
So when I was 16, 17, and 18 years old, my mom on Saturday afternoon, she used to make all of this food, and I used to sit at the dinner table excited, waiting to get a nice, good plate of food. She would take the food and put it in Tupperware and then drive Sunday and go to the church and feed people who are less fortunate by herself. I got angry and mad at my mom for doing this because I said, hey, our refrigerator is not full. Why are you taking this food and going giving these people? But your family is right here. I didn't understand why she would do that. But she said, the reason why I do it is because I'm able to.
Yeah.
Now, 30 years later, I have turned into my mom. And people do not come to me. I go to people. My foundation has been to 21 countries. 59 cities around America. And from the last time I was here to now, we have given more. We have provided more than 43,000 sneakers to babies, children, and women who need. So it did start with my mom. You know, I just didn't understand when you're young and you're teenagers and your parents or people are trying to tell you stuff, you just don't get it. But now that I'm 50 years old, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah, and it's beautiful because, you know, as the Bible says, and I don't want to pretend that I read the Bible a lot, but it says that you should give things that you don't have rather than give things that you have a lot. So that's a beautiful thought that your mother had. And that's why I wanted to ask you, because I know that kindness came from a specific place. And it's beautiful that you cry, man. All men should be able to cry and express their feelings.
I want to share a funny story with you.
Yeah.
My first time going to Africa, when I went to Africa, and I did
with the foundation.
With the foundation, and I did an interview, and I couldn't believe that I was sitting in Africa being interviewed about helping children. Then we went to a part of Africa called Dubreka in Guinea. Children and teenagers have never worn a shoe before in their life.
Okay.
I was on the TV show, on the biggest television show in Guinea-Conakry, crying on the show. As I walked around Africa, people stopped me and recognized me. But they didn't recognize me because I was giving shoes. They recognized me because I'm a man, I'm American, and I'm crying on TV.
Okay.
Because this is a part of Africa. Crying is something you go to do and hide. You can't let people know that you have feelings. You can't let people know that you can be touched or you love. You have to be tough. So everywhere I went, they would go like this.
You were crying on TV.
I was Andre McDonald in Africa, helping children. If you saw some of these children's feet and the condition of their feet, you would cry too.
Oh my God.
Some of their feet, you could not believe the condition of their feet. So yes, I'm just excited to be in the place that I'm in. And I'm excited that I'm able to, there's so many things you could be known for. You could be known to be funny. You can known because you can play the guitar. You can play soccer well. But to be known for, this is the guy who helps people.
Yeah, that
is a beautiful thing to me.
You've been traveling around the world for many, many years now. And but I think it's not just a matter of going to a country like, hey, I have a lot of sneakers for people. There you go. Maybe countries are not used to it, like, for example, the ones that you talked about in Africa. Is it easy to go to a country let's say Colombia, you've been here like 6 times, just giving shoes for free. I mean, not making any money out of it. Is it easy for a country like ours?
Well, it's not easy. Why? Because first of all, there's still this element of getting people to believe. You're trying to tell me that you have 300 pairs of sneakers and these 10 suitcases. They're all brand new, but you write on them, you're not going to sell one. No. When I come back to this airport, all of these duffel bags will go inside of each other.
Yeah.
If you want to, if you're not doing anything, the day that we are going to provide, you can come. You can come. But it's still hard because why? Because please forgive me, and this is no disrespect, but a lot of people, they're coming to this country for the wrong reason.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we tend to be a little bit like Americans, like, oh my God, what are they doing here? Why do they come to Colombia?
They're coming here for the wrong reason. And because of what the Americans are coming here and doing, now it affects me.
Of course.
Now I can't help people because my skin, usually people of my skin, when they come here, they're coming here for you know what. No matter what it is, you know that whatever they're coming for has nothing to do with anything positive. So based on my skin, I can't come here comfortably and help people. Also too, when I come here, I always make sure that I bring somebody from America here.
Okay.
Why? They have to see your country for their own eyes and not what they see on Netflix and not what they see on social media.
I know.
I met the government of your country and I told them you should sue Netflix.
I know.
You have great lawyers here. Get a lawyer team and sue Netflix. Because if you watch Netflix and you go to search and you put the word Colombia, you'll never see a man loving a woman.
No,
you'll never
nothing
see
positive.
you'll never see a man and woman holding their hand and a kid running to mama, papa, mwah. You'll never see that.
Yeah.
All you see is you already know.
Yeah.
I don't have to go there. But because of what some Americans are running here for, it has affected me. Now I can't come help. Don't get me wrong. When I'm here, I go to Cafe Dragon and have some food. I go to Mala and have me and dance and hear some music and have a little rum and coke. But my mission when I come here is to provide. I'm not here to play around. I'm not here to hang out. And I bring Americans here with me so they can see Colombia for their own eyes.
And thank you very much for saying and for doing that, because the first time I met you, you told me that you also wanted to go back to America and tell, hey guys, Colombia is not what you think it is. It's a whole different thing, which is something that we have to thank you for.
When I'm in New York, I still have a job. And when I hear the accent, I say, where you from? They say they're from Colombia. As soon as they say they're from Colombia, the first thing I do is I pull out the Telemedellín interview that we did. Why? Because I tell them, hey, I've been to Colombia. But look, when I tell them I've been to Colombia, you know what they could do? They look at me and they go, oh, okay. They look me up and down and go, okay. Because you know what they think?
They don't know the reason.
They think that my skin and my accent and where I'm from adds up to coming here to looking for women and looking for drugs and stuff like that. So what I do is I pull out our interview to show them what I do. And when I show them, then look at the face now. Oh.
Yeah, like a superhero.
Gracias.
Yeah.
I remember the first time coming here and we did Comuna 13, we brought 200 sneakers from a brand new baby all the way up to size 11.
For free. Everybody wore them for free.
We don't give. We sit them down. We sit the child down. Mama, what size does the child wear? Size 5. We measure the foot. When we measure the foot, the child wears a size 6.
Oh, the mom didn't know.
Mama is squeezing the foot into a 5. So I say, Mama, can I give him a 7? No, it's going to be too big. No, Mama, he wears a 6. But let me give him a 7 so he can have some room to grow in it.
That's it.
It's the first, I've been to 21 countries in the world, but it's the first time that I went somewhere and we were giving the children to the sneakers and the parents were, the mama and grandmama was taking my hand and
giving kisses.
yo bendigas,
Dios lo bendiga. Like God bless you.
May God bless you.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I said, why are they kissing my hand? Because they can't believe that you are here doing this.
And you know what, Andrew? Maybe that's why the whole thing that you told me before, that it is unfortunate that you come here and they make you go through those paperwork, and they are like, are you sure you're going to give them for free? Maybe it's because we are not used to receive things for free. Have you ever gone to a country that is not like that? Like they are willing to cooperate. Like they are like, yes, of course, man. Have you ever gone to a country like this?
In Barbados, they were very, very cooperative. Costa Rica, they were very cooperative. Okay. Puerto Rico. We've been to so many countries. Then another thing which was amazing about coming to Colombia, the first time they had a big event for It's From the Soul, and I was going to be able to speak to the people about what I do. Then we give the sneakers. But the people who were in the crowd with their children have never saw me before. So my name is Andre McDonald. So please forgive me, but when you think of the name Andre McDonald, you may think of a lighter shade. So the most beautiful thing is
especially the Mac, like the Irish kind of Mac something.
My name is Irish.
Oh, there you go.
McDonald. So when they
were expecting a blonde guy with red hair.
Look, 200 children, 200 parents. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre McDonald.
Yeah.
So I come into the room, I wave, Negro.
That's the bodyguard.
Brother,
come on.
You could not, I don't speak 1% Spanish, but I speak this thing called vibe, which means I can tell the vibe.
Yeah.
Their faces, they don't speak English. I don't speak Spanish, but I could look and say,
you could communicate somehow.
Surprised. Negro give tennis? No. Yes, I'm Andre McDonald. They could not, they were so shocked. And it let me know that I need to come back here more and help people. Why? As a black man, as a black American, I can change the views here of how people think of Americans. I'm only one person, but I'm gonna work as hard as I can to come back and continue to bring Americans here. Yeah, we're gonna go eat, we're gonna hear some music.
Of course, and enjoy the country. That's also we wanna do. We want to have you to do that.
But we're here to help the people first. After we help the people, you can do whatever you want to do.
Andre, let me understand something, and maybe for the people who are wondering, not why, because you can tell that you're a very nice person that only wants to help, but how does it work? Do you have like sponsors?
Yes.
Or do you buy the shoes? Are you like a multi-billionaire like Bruce Wayne?
I'm broke. So Nike, New Balance, Adidas, Kith, Asics.
God, you have some sponsors.
All of them sponsor. Google, Facebook, Apple. We are sponsored by Apple.
Okay.
Apple has a give back program for nonprofits, and we are on the list.
Okay.
So we work with Apple. We work with musicians. There's some musicians from this country who has sponsored us before.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to give them J Balvin and DJ Pope have definitely sponsored It's From the Soul.
Okay.
We have sponsorship here in this country too, if I can say them, if you don't mind.
Of course.
The Somos Hotel is a major sponsor of It's From the Soul. Cafe Dragon is a major sponsor. Bella, the furniture store that Sebastian and them own, they're sponsoring us. And what I mean by sponsoring, you are our sponsor now. Yes. Why? You took your power, you took the energy that you have and the platform to say, you know what? I want to help you to let people in this country know
the good news
about It's From the Soul. Also, I have a program here, and I'm excited to speak about it. I have a program here called Narrative. Narrative is to change the way Colombians look at Americans, but narrative is to change the way Americans look at Colombians. So I go to schools all through Colombia, and I ask children, I'm going to ask you right now,
all right.
Where are you from?
I'm from Medellín.
Where and where? What country are you from?
Colombia.
No, you're not from Colombia.
Am I not?
Because if you were from Colombia, the narrative program is to teach people to be proud of where they're from.
Okay.
If you were from Colombia, you would lift your chin up.
Oh, okay. And say that I am from the most
lift,
wonderful country.
You would lift your chin up and say Colombia.
Okay.
And not whisper it. Because I see when I'm in America and I meet people from this country.
Yeah, you're right.
And I ask them, where are you from? They say, I'm from Colombia.
Yeah,
I say,
yeah.
where are you from? I'm from Colombia. I said, no, you're not. He said, yo, I'm from Colombia. I said, if you're from Colombia, take your chin, put it up, and say with the deepest in your heart, say Colombia.
Yeah.
So people can hear you.
And you know what? And now our generation have like more things to be proud. Like in the 80s, like you said before, we had these issues that everybody knows, and we were kind of afraid to say that we were coming from, but not anymore.
But also too, you or the generation underneath you or the two generations underneath you have nothing to do with what happened in the past. There's a new Colombia now.
Yeah.
And I'm not from here, but I'm teaching the children that are here to be proud. When I ask you where you from now on, when you leave this country, I'm begging you, never whisper and always take your chin and put it up and say where you're from. So I go to schools all through Medellín and I teach children that. Mm-hmm. And it's working. Yeah. It's working. It's the new Colombia.
So ask me again.
Hey, brother, where you from?
I am from Colombia.
Yes.
Sounds better.
And you sound like you're proud.
Yeah.
You sound like
I am.
You sound like you enjoyed where you're from.
You bet I am.
But why are people from here whispering? No, you have nothing to do with the past. So we want to show the new Colombia. And this is something that you can help me with also too. I want to go to schools all through this country and teach the new generation, especially the generation who has Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and all that. We need to do a campaign called the New Colombia.
Exactly.
I'm not from here, but I work at a store in New York. That's a great idea, actually. I work in a store in New York, and every time the people say they're from your country, they whisper where they're from. Yeah. I'm like, brother,
yeah, we're not supposed to do that. Sure.
Why are you whispering where you're from? Put your chin up and say where you're from.
That's a beautiful message, Andre, and that's something that everybody who's watching this should be doing from now on.
And
Andre,
it's called narrative. The narrative program is to change the way people in your country look at me based on my voice, my skin, and where I'm from. But also, narrative is to change the way that we outside of this country look at you. You have nothing to do with the past. Exactly. There is a new Colombia now.
Thank you. That feels great. Yeah. That feels great. You make me feel great.
Yes.
Andre, I cannot thank you enough for what you do. And I think if there's heaven, you have like a big couch with TV and a lot of pizzas waiting for you by the time you go there. And I expect that it's 100 years from now. Thank you very much for being here. If anyone wants to participate or sponsor or just take a look at what you do, they should go to your webpage.
You can go to our website, www.itsfromthesoul. And soul is SOLE, not S.
No, not the soul as alma, but soul as
from the
planta
soul.
en pie.
Please follow us on It's From the Soul Instagram. Go to It's From the Soul on Facebook. Google the word It's From the Soul. Google the word It's From the Soul and then put Colombia after it, and all of the interviews, all of the TV channels, all of the things that we have done in this country will show. I want to thank you again for giving me this platform just to say what I do around the world and especially here. But remember, there's a new Colombia and you're responsible for this new Colombia. When you say even if you have a conversation and you say Colombia, from now on, your chin should never be down. You cannot say the country that you're from or this country without your chin up. There should be a new rule, and me and you are going to put this campaign together.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Andre, and thank you very much for being here at Telemedellín Podcast. We'll see you next time.